All right, family. All right, peace and blessings to the family. Love and light. Ashe is your brother. I'm the Amanashi, also known as I'm the Omnis. This is Black News 720. Tonight, we're going to be talking about NIBIRU U.A.P connection. All right. And we're going to be exposing some truths and just looking at some of the current events that's been going on lately. And I have a guest that's going to be coming on, and we're going to be building and chopping it up. And you guys are welcome to come in with your comments, with your views, with your opinions, and to help us to build on to the, to the knowledge, to the wisdom. All right, so love and light to everyone. I see love in the building. Can you hear me, love? You there? There she go. Hold on right quick.
Yeah, how you doing?
All right, love and light, guys. I see you. Welcome to the building. We wanted to come on today and talk about a few interesting facts that's been going on in the world. It's a wild world out there, crazy world. And we're gonna build about it. You know what I'm saying?
Great. I love it.
Let's do it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. So I got a few tabs. I wanted to keep my tabs short. I'm like, man, I only want like 10 tabs. And I tried to do that. I promise, family. I really did. I'm trying to, bear with me. But anyway, we ain't gonna do too much, but I just wanted to go over a few things. So let me make sure I got my screen share right. But and people, for the people out there, do y'all believe in ETs or extraterrestrials? Like, are we the only planet that has life in the universe? Are you somebody who believes that we are the only planet, and we know that this solar system has multiple planets, that we are the only planet with life? I think that's a good way to start it off. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a logical thought process. You know what I'm saying? Let me get this screen share. All right, screen share. Bam. All right. So then I can go ahead and share my tabs. And I wanted to start off with the 3I Atlas. All right. All right. So you can see my screen, love? Can y'all see it?
No, I don't see it. Okay, I do now.
Yeah. You can see it now. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let me get to it. All right, man. All right. So 3I Atlas. So it stands for 3 interstellar. Yeah, 3 interstellar. And then Atlas for, I don't know what Atlas stands for, but I guess, I don't know. That's just what they call it. But the 3 stands for the 3 celestial objects that was observed in the past 7 years, from the point that we had the solar eclipse in 2017 to the point where we had it again in 2024. So there were 3 major observations in between those time frames. And they call it 3I Atlas, also known as C2025N1, previously known as A11P13Z. So they get particular with it to make sure they record it and document it. It is an interstellar comet discovered by the Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System Station at Rio Hurtado in Chile, and that was on the 1st of July in 2025. So yeah, they talking about this right now. Anyway, what caught my attention was a meeting that I seen on the news, and they was talking about extraterrestrials and UFOs and all of that. And I'm like, I know I'm not observing this right now. Like they're publicly talking about something that's taboo, that's been taboo for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
That's
anyway,
great.
they thought it was. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, they thought it was an asteroid, right? And so there's this guy named Ivy Loeb. So let me go to this tab. Ivy Loeb. So he's a scientist from Harvard. It says Abram Ivy Loeb is an Israel, an American theoretical physicist who works on astrophysics and cosmology. So Loeb is Frank B. Baird Jr. Professor of Science at Harvard University, where since 2007 he has been director of the Institute of Theory and Computation at the Center for Astrophysics. And so anyway, he's the guy who noticed something funny about the interstellar visitor, right? Which they say is a comet or an asteroid.
Okay.
So they, it's different references they give about it. But anyway, they noticed that the object was not phased by the gravity of the solar system, or it wasn't behaving like the rest of the objects in the solar system. Like he was doing his own thing. It's like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
So
So it was going its own course. Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And so that's one of the things that caught my attention. You feel me? Like, okay, that's indicating that it may be something different than just a regular comet.
It's not an average comet, as they want everybody to believe.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, let's see about that. Yeah. So Ivy Loeb, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ivy Loeb for having.
All right. Shout out Ivy Loeb.
Yeah, for having the bravery to even say something about it, because sometimes they try to silence scientists like that. So hold on real quick. All right. See, Atlas. What was the other one? Ivy Loeb. So let me go to his joint. So yeah, y'all can do your own research on that. But yeah, 3-Eye Atlas. Y'all look that joint up. That's what they call it. So Ivy Loeb, Harvard astrophysicist, has publicly speculated. So let me go to it. That the interstellar object 3-Eye Atlas could be an alien spacecraft, according to multiple news sources. He has suggested that its unusual trajectory and other characteristics might indicate it is not a natural comet, but rather an artificial object. Loeb has co-authored a paper examining this possibility, emphasizing that it's a hypothesis rather than a confirmed theory. So that's what they're saying right there. Like, they're not for sure, but they notice that it's moving. Yeah, they speculate, exactly. Like, it's moving differently though. So, and then I hate that they used that wordage when they said it's not a natural comet. You know what I'm saying? Like, it might indicate it's not a natural comet.
Well, that even more brings up the question: what is it if it's not a natural comet? What kind of comet is it?
Yeah, exactly. Like, we need.
Is it even a comet?
Exactly. That's right. We demand more answers right now, man.
Yeah.
That ain't good enough right now.
It brings forth more questions than answers.
That's right. But like I said before, I feel like on every realm of existence, there's life. You know what I'm saying? Even like, from land beings to sea beings to beings of the sky, like birds and you know what I'm saying, fish of the water. I feel like there's also cosmic beings or celestial.
Oh yes. Yes. Most definitely. Yes.
That's just my opinion.
Listen.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Life is everywhere.
You feel me? It's a
Everywhere.
collective. I feel like it's a collective, like
Yeah.
universal thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
love.
Because
So
think about it. If there are fish in the sea and people on land, why would there not be life in the sky? Life below?
exactly, it would be an inconsistency.
Yeah.
It wouldn't match. Like everything is consistent, like life,
Yes.
life. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It would
So I
be
mean, it's kind of it's well, it's not kind of. It's very closed minded to think that there isn't life everywhere else.
that it's not.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Fact.
Yes.
Right. I mean, yeah, technically we're on a planet, like the planet Earth. I
Hmm.
know we go outside and we see the sun rise and
Hmm.
we see the sunset. We see birds chirping in the morning and all that. But
Yeah.
that's a part of being on this planet, family. That's what I
Hmm.
say. No matter what your belief, no matter what your religion is, we all are part of the universal
Yes.
coexistence.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
The
So
as a whole,
that's right. That's right.
as an entire piece to the puzzle.
That's right. Big facts. Big facts.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's going down big, man. So anyway,
Hmm.
one of the things that I thought was interesting as well is that the trajectory of the object matched what they would call um what was it a Muamua Borisov. What is it? Borisov 21.
Um.
So let me share this right here. This one of so that's why they call it 3-1 Atlas. So these are the
Okay.
three observed objects since 2017 to
Hmm.
2024.
Hmm.
So one of them is Comet 21 Borisov. Said the second known interstellar object to enter our solar system was discovered by amateur astronomer Granity Borisov? Granity
Yeah. Gennady.
Borisov?
It looks like Gennady Borisov.
Oh, Gennady. Yeah, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Gennady.
Gennady. So some European names, friend. Y'all bear with me. Yeah, I'm a black man in America. I'm trying the best I can, to fit in. So Gennady Borisov on August 30th, 2019. It's an interstellar comet, meaning it originated from outside of the solar system, and it's only the second such object ever observed after the asteroid Oumuamua. 21 Borisov is characterized by its high speed, around 110 miles per hour, and its path through the solar system. So that was the second interstellar observed object,
Hmm.
Borisov 21. And that was observed, like I said, 2019. So it's like a lot of new activity going on in outer space right now, that's being
Hmm.
observed, through different things. So I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, what's up with that? And look, I remember
Yes.
having a conversation with my brother about the like I don't know, I guess like conspiracy theory, and we was talking
Hmm.
about the Mayans,
Oh yeah.
and
Learn a lot
he
from the
was like,
Maya.
bro, he was like, bro, some of that stuff be big cap though, bro, because it's like he was like some of that stuff be big cap because some of that stuff was like a prediction that never happened.
Hmm.
So I'm like, bro, see, this is what y'all doing, bro. Y'all reading it wrong. The Mayans don't believe in the end of the world. They believe in
Hmm.
cycles. So, they got this thing going on called the New Age, and they dealing
Yeah.
with like esoteric knowledge from Eastern culture, like Africa. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And some of the indigenous cultures from here. You know what I'm saying? From South America, Central America, all of that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, um, they was a cosmic people. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And they paid attention and they believed in that type of stuff. as well. But I was telling them that it ain't no cap, because in 2012, that's when a lot of things did begin to change. It wasn't the end of the
Yes.
world, but there were subtle changes. And
Mm-hmm.
so the Paris Agreement was signed in 2016, and that was like the climate change treaty. It was
Mm-hmm.
192 nations, and they all signed this treaty to try to slow down the warming of the earth. Like, oh, the earth is warming up way too fast.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's the catalyst of the climate change. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like
Yeah.
the minds are on to something, because they was telling you that the earth is evolving.
What's
And
gonna be
at this point,
changing? Yeah.
yeah, that's right. And at this point in time,
Yeah.
you'll begin to see this, you'll begin to see that. But
Mm-hmm.
people looking for the end of the world, that's not what they're
Yeah.
saying, bro. You
Well,
got to know how to interpret.
technically, it was the end of the world, because think about it, when the CV came around,
Mm-hmm.
everybody had to go in the house. You
Mm-hmm.
know, if your
Yeah,
job wasn't relevant, you weren't able to work. So,
yeah, I remember it
technically,
was.
that was the end of the world. That was the end of the
Yeah.
world as we know it for a period of time. That doesn't mean
Mm-hmm.
that what people fail to realize, this earth is not going to be destroyed. It's going to just constantly evolve. And
Facts.
with that, it's going to be changes, and it's going to be frequency, it's going to be shifts. So you
Mm-hmm.
see what I'm saying? So most people are looking for doom and gloom and a missile hitting the planet, and that's
Fireworks.
the end of the world.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's what
Great.
we've been taught on TV. That's what we've been shown. So
Yeah.
that's what they think, most people, that the end of the world is. If it's not doom and gloom, rocks falling from the mountains and cars slamming into each other. And if they don't see that, then they figure that it didn't happen. But it did.
Mm-hmm. True.
It did. And
Facts.
why things, like the brothers just said, this is why things changed.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime things change, that's the end of something.
That's right. In
So,
a way, though, it is
I mean,
technically.
yes, that's why change is coming, because it's an end of it, so that you can go into a whole nother cycle. So
Fact.
they were expecting doom and gloom, and there was no doom and gloom.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't seen it. Not like that. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like the earth is evolving. The earth is alive. You know what I'm saying? The
One moment.
earth, it grows, it changes. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the things that we do, it does in a different type of way. You know what I'm saying? The same way it gotta release volcanic ash and volcanic material. You know what I'm saying? Like the same way we sneeze and cough, and you know what I'm saying, that our procreation, when we make babies, you know what I'm saying, that's a release of the earth. Like earth is having
Yeah.
a baby when it creates new material. Volcanic material turns into land. So
Hmm.
anyway, that's new land, that's new chemistry, that's a newness. And so I,
That's right.
I I feel like they was referring to the evolution of the earth, and that's what we see happening in real time. And so I'm still
Hmm.
rocking with the minds. I'm
Yeah,
still
the
rocking
same
with
as same as with the mention of a flood in the Bible. When people think about a flood, they think of water, but if you really think
it.
about it, the flood was frequency. It was a shift on the planet. That was the flood.
Mhm.
Yeah, we're going through a flood. We went through a flood.
Yeah, some of the stuff is metaphoric though in the Bible. Everything is not
Exactly.
literal in the Bible.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But yeah,
Exactly.
so the way that I look at it too, love, is like if you were to expect like the doom and gloom thing, then you should be able to see that in the history of the earth. Like the earth records, just like it documents itself. You know what I'm saying? Like if a species, like how can we say species went extinct and then we got record of fossils of the species from millions of years ago? Like how
Yeah.
did it go extinct? You know know what I'm saying? It might
Exactly.
evolve into a smaller version.
Mm-hmm.
It's not necessarily mean that it went extinct.
That
So
it went extinct. I agree.
like, yeah, the earth records, and whatever is true, you know what I'm saying? The earth don't lie. So yeah, just do your due diligence, do your investigation, and you'll find out the answer, family.
That's
But yeah,
right.
I'm checking out this this 3-eye atlas thing. And so they expect 3-eye atlas to be at its closest point in October, the end of October, family, October 31st, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm.
All right. So now
For
this leads
Halloween.
me exactly. That's right.
Yeah.
And then, they normally like commercialize it with goblins and goons and all of that.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Day of the Dead, the day that the dead are going to walk. See?
Yeah, that's what they call it in the Hispanic culture. I always chop it up with
Mhm.
them about the Day of the Dead. I'm like, don't y'all got
Yeah.
a Halloween in the Hispanic culture? Y'all call it, I forgot what's the name of it, but I be hearing them, they be
Hmm.
telling me about it. I'm like, man, that's a lot like Halloween, bro.
Yeah, kind of remind you of the 3 days of darkness too.
3 days of darkness. Who
Yeah,
celebrate
the three
who?
days of darkness when the planet is supposed to go completely dark. It's gonna be a
Mhm.
complete blackout. And again, you gotta stay inside your house because if you come out, you might get taken over by spirits because that's the day, the 3 days that spirits are gonna be able to walk because it's gonna
Mhm.
be darkness for 3 days.
That's according to the
No light.
biblical text.
Hmm.
Okay, gotcha.
Hmm.
Okay, gotcha. All right. So, all right, let me go back to it right quick, family. So, like I said, the object to me when I seen the trajectory is move. It's kind of like an oval, and I think I have it. Let me just give me 1 second. See if I can find it. Yeah, the trajectory is like an oval, and Zachariah Sitchin, he talks about it. He has books about it, and he's investigating, like ancient Mesopotamia and the Sumerians and the Anunnaki. And he says that there's a 36-year elliptical orbit, that this celestial body is a part of our solar system, and it's depicted in the hieroglyphics of the Sumerian people. All right, but this is what they're showing on NASA, the trajectory. But like I said, it's kind of coming in like a oval. Here go one that they showing right here from Crystal Links, but I showed them one on NASA right quick, so I can see it better. They're talking about Zechariah Sitchin. Um, let me see. So it's kind of small. Can you see what I'm seeing, love?
Yeah, I
It's
can see
good that
it.
it's good that I got you on. But you see this little oval? You see this little oval orbit?
Uh, Hold on. I see the where it says Zachariah Stitching, and then I see the books at the bottom. Everything else up under there is cut off. So you might want to
Okay,
scroll down, maybe.
yeah. Hold on 1 second. My bad. Hold on. Let me get out of the crystal links.
Yeah, I got some of his books, Zachariah Stitching.
Yeah, I
Mm.
like him because he's
Yeah, the 12
revolutionary.
Planet is one of them that I have. Is what actually?
Okay, yeah, that's one of his books, right?
Yeah, the 12
Yeah, the
Planet.
12 Planet.
Uh, there. I think it was there. There were gods on the earth. I think that's what it's called. Yeah,
Fast. So
in
here,
the
here
Lost
go
Book
here,
of
here
Inky.
go the Lost Book of Inky.
Yeah.
Okay, there was a so this was published October 4th, 2017. So this is when the first interstellar object was observed. But
Hmm.
this right here is about Planet Nine. So like I said, there's different names that they call it, family. But
Yeah.
like I said, Oumuamua, Borzov 21, right? What was the other one? Planet Nine, of course. NIBIRU.
Mm-hmm.
What's some other ones? There's some other names that they call in their family. But
You
even
speaking of the blue star and the red star Kachina and
yeah,
all of
the red
that.
Gina,
Yeah,
blue
the red and the
Gina,
blue star Kachina. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, this is the one that they show on NASA. Can y'all see that one? You can see the oval shaped orbit. This is the sun. You see the sun right here in the middle with the globe right here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We can't see that. We just see the books from the yeah. Now you're going. There we go.
Okay, now you can
Yeah.
see it.
Now you cooking.
Okay, there we go. All right, yeah, I'm trying to get it. I'm not the most technological guy, but I'm working on it, family. So y'all just bear
Yeah.
with me. But we see the sun right here, family, and you see this like this oval loop that's coming in. It's
Mm-hmm.
supposed to be Planet 9 trajectory. So it's supposed to line up behind the sun October 31st, 2025.
Mm-hmm.
And if you deal with meaning and all of that, the ancient astrology, we're dealing with
Mm-hmm.
Libra and Scorpio energy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
Mm-hmm.
that's balance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's
It's
harmony.
transformation and rebirth,
Yeah, all
death
of
and
that.
rebirth. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And so I was like, that's beautiful right there, love. Like,
Hmm.
so
And then Libra and Scorpio are very compatible because they bring each other balance.
they bring each other balance. You feel like
Mm-hmm.
true, true.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the Scorpio is like
Yeah,
rah
because think about
rah.
it, Scorpio. Yeah, because Scorpio is a stinger. You know, they used
Yeah.
to stinging, and then Libra comes in and say, "No, Scorpio, we gotta have balance. We have to be fair. We have to have justice."
Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's that's the ones I
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
But yeah, love. So I don't know. I felt like there was a significant meaning to that. I was like, look
Hmm.
at God. You know what I'm saying? Look at God.
Yeah, yeah, most definitely.
And yeah,
I
so I
think it's
couldn't
my son's phone. Hold on.
see what happened. All right, you good? You good?
All right.
All right. Can y'all see the screen?
Yeah.
All right. So I asked the question: did humans ever send out message to aliens? And people, I don't know if y'all ever heard about it. They call it the Arecibo
Hmm.
message.
Hmm.
And so there was an Arecibo message, a radio transmission message that was sent out from the Arecibo Observatory in 1974. It contained information about humanity and Earth encoded in a binary code. It was directed towards Messiah 13 star cluster. All right, so they send some radio waves towards a star cluster. It says additionally, NASA launched the Voyager spacecraft in 1977, each carrying a golden record with greetings, music, and sounds from Earth as a message for any potential alien civilization, according to NPR. All right, so they call that the Arecibo message. So if you
I
feel
wonder when
like
they were sending music, did they send Michael Jackson or something like that?
I don't know, but we got some hard music on the earth though. They got to get with that. Like if they don't rock with nothing
Okay.
else we doing, they got to rock with that part.
So we are the world or something. You know what I'm saying? Like what could they possibly send up there music wise? Like how do you even know what kind of
Yeah,
music they like?
yeah, yeah, exactly. I don't know. I'm sure they. I'm sure it's probably different though. I'm sure it's a lot different.
Hmm. Exactly.
But and so another thing that grabbed my attention. I'm just going. That's how I like to build family. All of the things that grab my attention. That's why I'm on the screen right now talking to y'all. Space Force Department of Defense. It was established. Hold on, let me share this tab. All right. This is a military branch of defense, the newest member. All right. And it says the United States Space Force, USSF, is the newest branch of the U.S. military established 2019 to protect American interests and security in space. It is part of the Department of Defense, DoD, focusing on space operations, including satellites, operations, space-based missiles, warnings, and other critical space capabilities. All right. So why is this important? Because your boy, Donald Trump, the orange man, whatever you want to call him, he hardly got no lip, so you know the truth ain't coming out of his mouth. But anyway, he's the guy who approved the allocation of billions of dollars to the Space Force. And I'm just like, just on basic logic, I'm like, hey man, they could have helped a lot of, could have helped homeless people. You could have helped people in the US that's struggling while y'all trying to fight stuff in space. You know what I'm saying? But just trying to find that allocation. That's why I like to do just a few tabs at a time, because it's easy to maneuver through them. But give me 1 second. Yeah, anything that you want to add on to, love, feel free to do that. I'm just
I want to bring up what's his name? Avi Loeb again. I noticed her just looking.
Ivy Loeb.
Yeah, Avi Loeb. I was kind of like going over his bio and everything here. And it says that he's published 2 separate books on one on extraterrestrials, the first sign of intelligent life beyond Earth in 2021, and Interstellar, the search for extraterrestrial life and our future in the stars in 2023.
Okay.
And then I'm liking the fact that he's arguing that alien spacecrafts may be in the solar system.
Okay. And that's in his book, or is that like a statement that he just recently?
I believe this is in the book. It says he's arguing that Omanama and other interstellar objects, including the reputably interstellar meteor CNEOS 2014-01-08, are potential examples of such a craft. So this these two this Oumuamua and interstellar objects, both of these are examples of that. And that's pretty neat, because you don't really hear people talk about that much.
What's that, love?
You don't hear people discuss the fact that alien spacecrafts could actually be within the solar system and not without.
So like in the interstellar.
Yeah. Just like the sun and the moon and the rest of the planets, and not actually outer worldly coming in, that is already here. And that makes sense. That takes us back to what you just said about NIBIRU.
True.
And all of that, because it's already here. See, and we're looking for it to come here.
Exactly.
And it's already here. And it's just there, but it's when you think about it, it's just being masked.
You just gotta wait for 3,600 years. You gotta wait for 3,600
years. It's just laying dormant.
I look at it like this.
Yeah, it's just laying dormant for a while.
Fast. I look at it like this. Fact. I look at it like the Christ, though, like the resurrection of the Christ. When they talk about Jesus coming back and all of that, and Christ returning, like this NIBIRU.
That's what that is. And listen, that's gonna bring consciousness as well.
It's a spiritual thing.
Yeah, and it's gonna bring consciousness, because everybody's gonna see it. It's not gonna be a question of whether it exists or not. It's gonna be a worldwide thing. Right, everybody's gonna see it at the same time. That's what it said. Everybody's gonna see it at the same time. So that means it's you're not even gonna need a news station. Everybody's gonna see it at the same time and know it at the
That's right.
same time. So that's deep.
But
That's
yeah,
real
look.
deep.
So look, this one of the things. So all right, I'm gonna read this, but I got this one idea I just want to talk about, and it's an organic idea, and you just can't go and research this off the internet. You got to actually be thinking. So we're gonna
Okay.
talk about that too. But anyway, NIBIRU. So let me just talk about that first before I be done forgot. So
Okay.
this what caught my attention. Let me get my phone right quick. Y'all give me 1 second. I don't want
All right.
to go back to it. Yeah, this caught my attention right here because they, they,
Cutting out a little bit.
doing
You freezing up.
I call so let me just make sure
You freezing up real bad.
on point. Because I know math don't lie.
Okay, now you back, but your screen is frozen. Maybe you'll come back.
Love, what up? You still there? Hey, hold on.
Yeah, you have to repeat what you said because you cut out. We couldn't hear anything you said.
Yeah, look, I don't know what they own. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to, trying to speak my piece real fast.
Yeah,
But I
you
was
know how
just
to
saying,
do.
yeah, I was just saying, like, so a solar eclipse. So let me just go to that real fast, fam. I don't on the board. What is a solar eclipse you love? So let me just ask you that. Like, what is that? What's going on with that? What is a
That's when the
solar like?
sun.
What's going on? Like,
That's when the sun is covering up the moon, right? Yeah, solar eclipse.
yeah, it's supposed to be eclipsing the sun.
Yeah, the sun.
That's why they call that solar eclipse, right?
Mhm. Yeah,
But they saying that the moon is
yeah. When
eclipsing
it
the
when
sun.
when it when it
This is
passed
my
between the Earth and the sun, and it
yeah,
obscures the
exactly
view
in
of the
between the earth
sun.
and the sun.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. That's what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to it real quick so y'all can see it. So we all know what a solar eclipse is. Then I'm gonna tell y'all my discrepancy. Why I know they capping. Why I know this big cap.
Mm-hmm.
I'm for sure it's big cap.
Go break it on down then.
I'm like, come on, ain't nobody.
Go
I'm like, look, this, I don't know. Just can't wait to, hold on, let me, I think you do it like this. Bam, go to share screen. Just make sure we all see what a solar eclipse is so we all can, make sure we understand.
break.
Solar eclipse.
This is interesting.
But I remember when I was younger, though, they told us about the lunar
Mm-hmm.
eclipse.
The known eclipse.
We came
Yeah.
out of church and I had seen it, but it was like, make sure y'all see the eclipse tonight. They usually happen once every 100 years, so you may
Did
not
you
see
get your
another one.
glasses?
Nah, that was a lunar one. That one, the total one. That was a lunar one.
I don't know. This particular eclipse kind of reminded me of my childhood when you had the Smell-O-Vision series that came on TV, and everybody got their little glasses and scratched and sniffed the little smells off the little paper and everything. That's kind of what it reminded me of.
Mm, yeah. Okay. Well, now I mean, you may have different, expressions, different experiences, phenomena or whatnot. It may stimulate you in different ways, because it is
Yeah.
it is a different energy. You know what I'm saying? So that's
Well,
understandable.
it was just all the excitement because that's how it was when that first came out, that Smell-O-Vision series where everybody had to go get the glasses, and then they had the paper with all the different little stickers, and then you watch the movie, and then at certain parts of the movie it tell you when to go scratch
Mhm.
and smell off the paper and everything. So it kind of reminded me of that because it
Okay.
was like a frenzy where everybody was like,
See, they
I gotta
got
go
my
get this, I gotta go get it, I gotta go get it. And then everybody was I gotta go get my
yeah.
glasses, make sure I ain't looking at the eclipse. And I want to make sure I'm not looking at the eclipse. And I looked at it.
Man. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
looked
me
right at it.
too. Yeah, I most definitely had to be a part of that, love.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. But I was about to
I
say
looked
they
at
had
it.
to monetize it though, love. They
Yeah.
monetized it, and you know how it is in this society. It's all about that
Yeah.
capitalism. So some of this stuff is
That's
just
right.
commercial. But anyway, say right here, a solar eclipse occurs when the moon passes between the sun and the earth, casting a shadow on the earth and obscuring the sun. So when the moon passes between the sun
Mm-hmm.
and the earth, this is my
Mm-hmm.
thing right here. The lunar cycle, right, is what
Mm-hmm.
determines what a month's time is, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
they're calculating the movement of the moon.
Mm-hmm.
28 days to 30 days is a lunar cycle. That's one
Mm-hmm.
month, right?
That's
So
right.
we have 12 of those in the calendar year, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is for a reason why I'm saying this, family. We have 12 of those in the calendar year. And remember what they saying that this is. The moon passes between the sun and the earth.
Yeah.
And think of the moon going around the earth 360 times every year, right? And we're not seeing a total solar eclipse. We're not seeing it. We're not seeing it. We're not seeing it. And then all of a sudden we start seeing them more common, start becoming more of a common phenomenon. And so in between this, I know in America we had two in a 7 year time span. We had 2017 and 2024. So what I'm telling you guys is that eclipse is simply a conjunction between two celestial bodies in which the light is obscured, right, by another celestial body. So you can think of it as a meeting. You can think of it as
Mm-hmm.
two having a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
These are
A coming
celestial.
together of minds.
That's right, of energies.
Yeah.
And these
Mm-hmm.
things used to have meaning in the ancient world. And so like I said, I believe there's a little bit more to it. So anyway, with the moon going around the earth 360 times in a year, How are we not seeing a total solar eclipse? That's why I'm saying they saying that it's the moon, but I'm saying that it's
It's
not.
another object.
Another celestial object. And
And
it's another reason.
I can say that too because when I looked at it, I know I'm not crazy. I saw something else. I know I saw something else, and it was not,
Yeah,
yeah, it was something else. So
yeah.
that would
Always
more
something going
like explain it.
on. Mm-hmm. You
And
talking
then
about when you watch the eclipse? Mm-hmm. Yeah, the eclipse was dope, man.
yeah, it was real neat.
That
I don't know.
was that was
If
that
I
was
watched it,
spiritual,
oh, I
yo. That
was
was like
drained. I
you
went
talking about
home and went to
spirituality.
sleep.
That's being in tune with the universe. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah.
But you said do what, love? I ain't catch that.
I said after I watched it, I went inside and went to sleep. It was like I needed to recharge. But I definitely watched it, and
Okay, got you. You got
I don't understand why people assume just because someone told them that they couldn't watch it.
not to.
Hmm.
Yeah, they trying to make you miss out on a blessing, family. Don't
Yeah, that's why I was like,
listen to that.
why did you
But
not watch?
I
Why
most
did you not?
definitely I remember it was beautiful. But
Yeah.
I don't know, love. So this is another reason why, love. It's another reason why I want people to consider. Think about when you was a child, right?
Hmm.
How many times do you remember seeing a double rainbow? I know it's common now. I know we seeing it now, right?
Hmm.
And it's you have people that's like, scholars, educators who say, this is just a common phenomena. But when I
Hmm.
was a kid, I never seen it.
I
I
never
never
saw it.
seen it. I don't care what
I
you're
never
telling me.
saw
You
it. I never saw it.
know what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying.
I don't know it.
The
If,
Nibiru, the Planet
and I was
X,
outside all the time playing, and I never saw it.
yeah,
Hmm.
never, loves. That's
Not at
on the
all.
universe, yo. I never seen it. So I know that's teaching that it's common. I know they teaching that it happen all the time, but this is what I'm telling y'all, family. Y'all peep game. The Nibiru, I believe, is a brown dwarf. All right. And so stars, when they're elderly, when they're older, they begin to go into helium fusion. And
Hmm.
they burn off like a red gas or whatnot. And
Hmm.
so when you see the red Kachina, you talking about the blue Kachina. A blue Kachina is like a younger star, it's burning hotter. The red Kachina is an elder star. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So the
Hmm.
scientists would call it a brown dwarf. And so anyway, it matches the description of one of the celestial objects. When they talk about the three
Yep.
eye atlas and the Muamua. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So
The
I'm like,
neighborhood.
okay. So anyway, brown. So anyway, when you look in the sky, think about this too, family. Um, Nibiru is said to be a part of this solar system, right? And
Hmm.
so pretty much what we're looking at is like a binary system. And when you look into the night sky, it's very uncommon to see a star alone. Every star that you see is in a group. All right. So what's the
Hmm.
likelihood of us being under a star that's alone? Right. So
Hmm.
when we think of Nibiru, Nibiru is just a binary star that takes, they say 3,600 years.
Hmm.
And now we're supposed to be seeing something go down. But I believe it's Nibiru, a conjunction between the sun and Nibiru in October 2025, family.
Okay.
I really do.
I can agree with you on that. Hmm.
I really do, family.
I can agree with you on that.
What we gonna be? what we gonna be doing? What, you know what I'm saying? Like, I
Yeah, it's
don't
gonna be
know, but
quite
this,
interesting. That's all I'm gonna say. It's gonna be quite interesting. Very interesting. And you know
man,
something
but
else that I noticed.
it's a whole.
I saw a
Mhm.
video. It's going back to Abbey Load. Um, it was about them acknowledging that there were 7 feet black aliens getting off a craft.
70 black aliens
7 feet
getting
tall
off a craft.
black aliens getting
Oh,
off of
seven
a
feet.
craft. Uh huh.
Oh,
And
yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, okay. Hold on,
so
hold on. All
they're
right.
acknowledging that. I was like, they're acknowledging that.
Oh man,
For them to acknowledge that, I was like, oh, so yeah, it's
yeah.
definitely gonna be something popping off real soon.
They done really seen them then. Yeah, nah, they done seen them, love. That's how they know.
Hmm.
That's how they know what it. They know it's real. They already.
So I was
But
like,
I did
ooh,
wanted to show y'all this one little tab. Facts. Nah, that's dope, love. I believe it. Want me to tell you why? Want me to tell you why I believe it? So it's
why?
this theory in astrobiology, right? Where
Uh-huh.
it assumed that based on meteorites, based on asteroids, based on any material, interstellar material that has ever been, like confiscated by the U.S. government,
Hmm.
right, and by scientists, um, all material that they have seen thus far has been a heavily carbon-based chemistry. And I made this one video where I was talking about melanin, and
Hmm.
I was talking about how melanin is associated with the a carbon-based chemistry. And so,
Hmm.
anyway, it's assumed in astrobiology that outer space life, if based on organic chemistry, must also be carbon-based.
Hmm.
And so, a
Yeah.
carbon-based chemistry would, it's going to give you the imagery of a Nubian. If it's a humanoid, it's going to be in the imagery of
Hmm.
a
Of
melanated humanoid.
melanin.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's not far fetched.
It's not.
Yeah. Yeah, because
It's not at
meteorites
all.
are what color?
Yeah.
What's the
Black.
color of meteorite, love?
It should
Is
be
it black?
black. It should be black.
Is it white?
Yeah. Black. I've
You
never
come
seen a
from
white
outer
one.
space, you
I
got
don't
to have
know.
some color.
I've never seen a white one. I don't know.
Me, yeah, me, yeah, me either. I
Oh.
never seen it either, love. When somebody discover it,
Even
you
in the
call me
movies,
up,
when
you
they
let me
when
know.
they
You
when
email.
they when they put them in the movies, they're always black. They may have some ooze or whatever coming out of them or whatever, but they always black on the outside. So I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, they try
I'm
to
just
make them look
saying.
creepy though.
They make it look creepy,
Yeah,
of course. You
yeah.
know, that's why they have little stuff
But
oozing
look,
out of it
I
and
remember this.
everything. Yeah, taken away from what it
Yeah,
really
fact.
actually means.
What it really is. That's right. I hate when they do.
Hmm.
That's why I can't let
Yeah,
them like be the
yeah.
narrative of my ancestor. I can't let
I
them be
know that's right.
have the narrative.
Can't let them dictate
Yeah,
it.
of
Can't
the
let them
universe.
dictate it.
Yeah, no, we can't
Mm-mm.
do that, love. We gotta come right
Not
in
at all.
exact, right in exact.
Hmm.
So so astrobiology family. If y'all remember Carl Sagan, and
Hmm.
he was big, scientist back in the day in the 70s. And a lot of people dealt with him as far as like being a mainstream scientist and being public and influencing the hearts and minds of the people. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But he talked about that astrobiology. I'm like, bro, that means that outer space life is melanated, bro. That's what it means. Outer space life is melanated.
Hmm.
And so it makes sense, you know. But
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
so yeah. So why they talk about the grays and all of that? Why they got these pale interstellar beings? Like that's scientifically false. Like you can't be out of space and be pale. You're gonna get incinerated. You gotta have the chemical, you gotta have the chemical complexity, to absorb light and disperse light a certain way, So I'm like, come on, man. They shouldn't. That's right. That's a
Well,
falsehood right there. Please.
that's because it's a science project. It's an experiment. That's why.
What's the experiment?
The grades, they're a science project. They're an experiment. Think about it.
Mhm. So you believe the
Um,
grades are real?
I put it like this. I put it like this. They're an experiment. If they are real, they're an experiment. Like with anything else. Um,
Mhm.
it's not
Yeah.
natural. I will put it like that. I can tell you this because I've looked at a lot of I don't know if you checked into her, but Ashayana Deanne, I don't know if you ever heard of her or checked out any of her videos, but if
Mhm.
you haven't, you should. But her name is Ashayana
Mhm. Okay.
Deanne or Deanne, Deane, or Ashana Deanne. But she goes into a lot of the
Mhm.
different species and their origins and how they came to be and things like that. And it's quite interesting. She's no longer with us,
Mhm. Okay.
but she did
That's
put
right
in a
up my
lot of
alley
work.
right there though. I like that type of stuff.
Yeah, she put in a lot of work, and she talks about everything from the higher aspects of things, and she talks about
Mhm.
the
Okay.
war that had taken place between the different species. Uh, let me see. Between the just a
Mhm.
second.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
she brings up a lot of good points in her videos, but she talks about the different takeovers that occurred between the different species of races of quote unquote aliens. And
Mhm.
she talks about the grays and all of the other different species. See right here, she has a video called "Revealing the Hidden History of Earth." This is part two, but she
Mhm.
has a part one to it. But that right there breaks it
Okay. Yeah, I'm
all
gonna check
down.
it out.
It's like an hour and 40 minutes long, but when you get a chance, check her out. But it's Ashiana
You can put her
Deanne.
name in the chat in the link.
Okay, let me see. I can put the link in there for the video. But yeah, she breaks it. I mean, she breaks it down like
Okay.
wow. But yeah, it's something to sit up and think about. She give you a different perspective, and it's a higher perspective as well. It's not just some low vibrational things. It's some stuff you gonna have to actually sit down and be like, whoa, that was deep. I need to look into that. It's quite
Mhm.
interesting.
Mhm. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's quite
Okay. That's what's up. Look,
interesting.
yeah, I check
Yeah, she was
it
around for a
out.
long time, out here putting in a
All right.
lot of
Hold
work.
on a second.
She did a lot of seminars too when she was living. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's what's up. You ever heard of the guy named Delbert Blair?
Yeah, I know about Deborah Blair, Dr.
Delbert
Deborah
Blair?
Blair. Yeah.
Yeah, Delbert Blair, man. When I first heard him, man, I'm like, I don't know what Delbert Blair talking about, man. He talking about some extraterrestrial, all type of stuff. But come to find out, the man know what he talking about, man. The
Oh
man is
yeah.
brilliant.
Yeah.
His
Yeah. Him
science,
and
I'm saying his
have you
way
ever
of
heard of
explaining all of that.
what's his name? Credo Mutua? Have you ever heard of him?
No, I haven't.
Credo Mutua? Oh my gosh, he was an African historian. And he was initiated
Nah,
into
what
the
they be
order.
teaching?
Yeah, he was initiated into an
Okay.
order to be a historian in a tribe over in Africa, and he kept up with all of the history of all of the aliens that had came to Africa and did certain things. But he had a whole lot of videos about the Anunnaki and other extraterrestrials and things that have visited over there in Africa. But he has a real interesting story also about the human origin,
Mhm.
and it it it's, it's
Okay.
something to it's something to look into. I'll put that in the chat as well. His name is Credo Mutwa.
Fast.
He was initiated like when he was like, I think he said like 12
Okay.
or 13 when he first took it over, and he was brought in, but he goes over his whole
Is African?
he's African. He was African, very very popular. He
Okay,
also
gotcha.
did some work with what's his name? Golly, let's threw my mind off. They wrote a lot of those books. Can't think of his name right now. Um, he was real popular too. He made a lot of stitching books popular. You know who I'm talking
Mhm.
about? Omni. What's his name? The Caucasian. I can't think his name.
A writer, a author.
He did a lot of
My Chancellor Williams, Dr. Ben
no
Yakin.
no hold on. David Icke. David Icke did a lot of interviews with Credo Mutwa. You know who David Icke is?
David I not right offhand. What's his word?
He did a lot of he wrote a lot of books about the reptilians and the grays and stuff like that. Let me see. If I can share my screen, I will show
Mhm.
you. But um, let me see.
They teach that reptilians are cold blooded, but that's reptiles are really tropical. You'll never
Yeah,
find a reptile
that's
in
got
too
cold
far in the
blood.
northern hemisphere.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, you know when things are
Yeah, I don't
backwards,
know why they
it's
teach it
backwards.
like that. That's just weird though.
You know when it's backwards,
Like
it's
reptiles
backwards.
are tropical.
So, oh, wait a minute. So I can share my screen. So hold on. Can I share my screen? Let me see.
You'll be able to.
Okay, let me see.
I can take mine down so if I
Um,
see it, I
okay, that is Credo Mutwa.
Mhm.
Are you able to see it?
Yeah, we had some. We got not yet.
Okay, let me see. Back to tab. Okay, it says it's sharing.
Mhm. Oh, okay, I can see it now. I'm about to bring it on stage.
Okay, but that's Credo Mutwa. And this artifact that he's holding in his
Okay,
hand
gotcha.
is the this is like a sacred artifact
Hmm.
that's like been in the family and everything that's been passed down about these particular beings that have been visiting him and speaking with him. And from what he said before he had passed, they had even did some inner spiritual work on him dealing with his subconscious. So yeah, it's pretty deep. So if you haven't checked into
Okay.
him, you should check into him. If you want to know about the grades and things like that, he talks about all of that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I gotta
Mm,
check him out too. You put his
yeah,
name in, put his link in the chat,
yeah. I
and
put it out.
people
It's
can go.
already in the chat. Yeah, it's already in there for you.
Okay, got it.
Yep, I
Gotcha.
already
That's
done
what's up,
hooked you
love.
up. Let
But
me
yeah,
stop sharing. Hold on. Let me stop sharing.
yeah. No, I look at the like ETs and extraterrestrials and all that like
Mm-hmm.
as like angelic or cosmic beings. You know what I'm saying? If
Mm-hmm.
they do exist, I believe they do. Some people don't, but I believe they do. And I believe that they have a righteous purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like they're
Yes.
not man-made. These are natural beings that come from the universe. If man ain't made them, then God made them. All right. So there's only two ways that you're gonna come into existence. If it's man-made idea or it's a natural idea from the universe. And I feel that they have greater intelligence than us, especially if they can travel from another planet or another solar system, because we haven't done
Yeah.
that yet.
Yep.
Um, and I mean, I believe there's a connection between the sightings and the NIBIRU conjunction, or what they would call a Muamua or Borisov 21 or Planet
Mm-hmm.
9, Planet X, all of that. There's a connection between the sightings, the uprising, and the sightings. And I believe that these beings are like a cosmic enforcement, like the police. Like we have a government, we have a structured, civilization, structured society. And if these beings are more advanced than us, more intelligent than us, then they may feel that they know the way. Their way is better than ours. So
Mm-hmm.
and I mean, hey, I'm sure they're gonna try to go out and smoke, but I just don't feel like that's a good idea to try to combat a being that's capable of, of traveling at the speed of light. So one thing that they caught my attention was the G forces that was spoken about in this interview when they talked about a UAP.
Mm-hmm.
They talked about G forces being recorded over 100 to thousands of G forces from one of these crafts, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, okay, so how fast is the fastest G forces that we make with our best craft? And I think goes up to like 9 or 12. And so that's the fastest craft that we have available. But they said they seen craft moving 100 G forces, and that a human would have died from moving that fast. And it's just some things that the public should think about.
Yep.
This is a
I
non-human
agree.
intelligence.
I totally agree.
I think they say the human body can withstand up to in between, I think it's 5 to 9 G forces. So my what's the name moving kind of slow, family. That's why. So I ain't gonna
Mm.
worry about that. But yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
just wanted to talk about some of the facts, like a being moving at the speed of light. I mean, the speed of
That's
light
deep.
is 299,792,458 kilometers per second. That's equivalent to about 186,000 miles per second. So every second that goes by, light has traveled almost 200,000 miles every second. So if you have crabs that are moving that fast, it's just crazy, bro. Try to be their friends, bro. Just if you
Yeah.
can't beat them, then join them. That's what I was telling
Yeah.
you earlier. Like, look,
Stop
you
thinking
don't try
that
to
you can beat them.
combat like, yeah, nah, bro. It's no need in even trying. Like they too advanced, man. But yeah, so the reports are saying, like they just seeing crazy maneuvers and and then they just see a rise in the the occurrences of people seeing them. People got home video footage of it. You know what I'm saying? They having their own experiences with it. So they're really not having to depend on the government to tell them about it. People around the world are seeing it, and now they're on TV talking about it. So I wanted to do a live about it. And I just think it's something that people should think about. You feel me? Are we the only life in the universe? The same way I started the live. Are we the only life in the universe?
I think it's just like I said at first, it's very closed-minded to even think that we are alone here. The creator is going to create all this big world, all of these planets, and leave them vacant.
It wouldn't even make sense.
It makes no sense. What's the point in creating?
Yeah, nah.
Nobody's gonna experience any of it. So what's the point in creating if nobody's going to experience it? There's not going to be anything there to experience it.
No reason.
It will be pointless.
That's right. Yeah, I believe it's other life. I believe they just don't tell us. I believe it's other life in the solar system, on the other planets.
Yes. And listen, if they were to tell us that, we would ask too many questions. So, that keeps the questions down.
Yeah, exactly. Keep the curiosity down so people don't be doing the most, like you said, asking too much and trying to figure out what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
But it's too late for that because people are already asking, questions. So that's like I said, that's the good part about it. But if y'all believe in UAPs, ETs, extraterrestrial, I mean, put it in the comments, in the chats. If you don't believe in it, just put no. You know what I'm saying? But I do believe that they are a real thing. And when the Bible talk about the heavenly angels and all of that, like my mom, me and her was talking, and she was like, son, you don't need to try to use reference to the Bible because it's making it seem like the Bible is true. But I was like, technically, mother, the Bible got their concepts from us. The 12, the 10 commandments is stolen from the 42 principles of my eye.
That's right.
Your Mary, your Jesus, what's
the whole shebang. Joseph.
What's Jesus'
name? Joseph. Yeah.
But Heru. Yeah. I said Osiris.
Even the name Jesus itself means, if you think about it, it goes back to Isis, which is Isis. So that right there just
Yeah, we have our own characters. We don't need, the European interpretation.
Mm-hmm.
So I have respect for other people's culture, and I ask that other people have respect for my culture. And then we have our own versions of divinities, of spirituality, all right? And that we believe in the universe and celestial beings, and we believe in nature, and we're not trying to create beings and entities that are like separate from the universe. Our focus was on the universe, astrology, cosmology, learning about the stars, and building temples in certain coordinates on the earth to align it with the magnetic field lines of certain regions of the earth. Like, these people were really advanced. Like, if you listen to my man, what's his name, Graham Hancock, he talked about the pyramids and all of the extra intricate details that was put into the pyramids. And so it's like, man, people were really, and how can you align an earthly structure with a star and the coordinates match? So that's, we talking about the pyramid of Giza being aligned with the Orion's belt, with the Sirius system. So these people were very advanced.
Very advanced.
So whenever whenever I think about them and their culture, I don't think savage. I think very advanced, people. And so there is a reference to I guess you would call it a UAP in the Temple of Abydos, Seti Temple, in Abydos in the Seti Temple. There's a depiction of UFO, and I'm trying to find it because I had it in my tab, but I had too many damn tabs. Next time I'm gonna try to keep less tabs so I can get to it quick.
Don't feel bad. I have several open myself right now. I cannot be the pot calling any kettle black right now. Yes, because I have several open right now on mine.
That's how I
So
go sometimes.
that's how it be. Yeah. But look, that's how you know when you're really researching
You
and
never
when
know
you're
when
really
you might
checking into
get
stuff.
it.
Real
Ain't
talk. Hmm.
yeah, exactly. So I'll show y'all this one. Well, I'll just show a little portion of it. But yeah, that kind of caught my attention though. I'm like, okay, so I'm from North Carolina, right? And where I'm from in my state, on our license plate, we got first in flight. We got Wilbur Wright and his brother. I forgot his brother name, but the Wright brothers. They say they was first in flight. But then when you go to the Temple of Seti in Abydos, you see this, right? I'm trying to share my screen. That shit moving slow though. Hold on. Close that tab. That might be making it go slow. All right. But anyway, y'all, I don't know if they're gonna let me show it because the internet was tripping yesterday. I wasn't even on the internet at all yesterday. And today I'm using it, but it's like slow. But anyway, family, what it's depicting is a temple from 6,000 years ago that's showing flying craft, flying aerodynamic crafts. And according to the Europeans, they're supposed to be savage, no technology, no education. And you see it stone where the people have depicted. You can look it up. Temple of Seti in Abydos. Flying aerodynamic craft. Just research it on your own time. It'll pop right up. You see helicopter, submarine, UFO. Like they got a circular aerodynamic craft. Like it's not even like a plane or nothing. It's circular. That's a UFO, bro. Like it's right on the pyramid, on the in the hieroglyphic. I'm like, so they must have seen it. They might have seen something that looked like that because they showed a picture of it in their writing.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
but they want us to think these people are not that advanced. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah, that's what throw us off. If you believe that,
if you believe that,
throw you off.
Gonna throw you off your square every time.
Because
think about it, how can some people who build some pyramids not be advanced? Mm-hmm. Y'all still trying to figure out how they built these pyramids. So how do y'all think those people were not advanced?
That's right. That's right. They always say they don't know how they built it. You know what I'm saying? They say they don't know how they built it, but we see that it's built. They were like, man, they poured it up there on some levees or Like, bro, you making up stuff, bro. You don't know how them people did it. But we know that when we look and we see it there, it's right there. So it don't matter what you believe.
Well,
like,
I'm gonna go with manifesting for 100, Alex. I'm gonna go with manifesting for 100. I'm gonna go with manifesting for 100, Alex. Because Jesus said, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you will move the mountain. So they didn't have to have crates and all these machine tools. They could think it, and it was so. And that's deep. I know that's deep for a lot of people.
Have you ever heard of acoustic?
Have I heard of what?
Now I believe it. I believe it, but I believe it was some type of natural science that they was using. Like they believe in science the same way that we do in the modern time.
They definitely were using alchemy.
Yeah, exactly. Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Nikola Tesla, he talked about Nikola Tesla, he was an engineer, and people go around driving the Tesla. It's based on him. Anyway, he's the one who came up with like modern electromagnetic conduction, learning how to generate electricity, but he learned how to do it naturally from the earth. They call it free energy. They call it free energy. But so anyway, his idea was not funded by J.P. Morgan. He was defunded because he had funding, and then they took the funding away from him when they seen that the free energy could be used by every person in the world, every person in the society for free, because all they have to do is connect to the earth and use conductive materials, and they can generate the energy straight from the sky, from the earth. They call it solar energy. Like, so now they're trying to come up with like solar panels, because they're trying to convert from the old way technology into a new one technology. And so the ancient people, I believe that they already were aware of the solar technology, and that they used those type of technologies back in the day in the ancient time for levitating materials, and like I said, acoustic levitation is a real thing where you use sound waves. You use sound waves. Yeah, that's right, to cause an object to levitate at a specific resonance frequency. Because it's all thermochemistry. So no, I most definitely believe they was on to something. But that type of knowledge is coming back. Shout out to brother Terrence Howard with what he's doing with the what they call it, the wave patterns. We got some type of wave pattern going on.
I don't think they were ready for Terrence.
Yeah, that's my man. I don't think they were ready for
him. Yeah, they were saying, "Hey, go back under that rock and go back and act and stay out from over here with the truth telling. Why don't you just go on back and act some more? You always trying to do too much."
Yeah, they don't want them to make it hard for them, though. You know what I'm saying?
They weren't expecting for that turtle to come out from under that rock. They thought he was just gonna stay up under the rock and act.
Listen, look.
Yeah,
that's what they said. That's what they told him.
He broke out them chains. He broke free from them chains, and he's been a free spirit ever since.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, people know you as one thing, and then they don't. Yeah. They feel like they know you, but there may be more to you.
Exactly.
Some people are multi-talented,
multi-dimensional.
Yeah, that's right.
Multi-dimensional.
So I rock with the brother. Shout out to the brother. And we need more innovative thinking, and that's what I'm looking for. Innovative thinking. You know what I'm saying? Not religion, not controlling what I'm doing, what I'm thinking, but more so if I have a question, being solution based. You know what I'm saying? And that's what got me out of religion. That's what got me on my journey. Yeah, having too many damn questions.
And allowing me to ask the question without me feeling guilty because I asked the question.
Oh yeah,
And
you
when I
forgot.
told me I'm gonna go to hell and that God is going to get me.
That's
It's
right.
gonna
That's why
get
people
me.
don't do it.
Shaking your
You
little finger.
yeah, you thinking too much. You'll get yourself in some trouble.
Shame on you for asking questions that I don't know the answer to, or
And
that I
then
don't
we
want
do it
you
to
to
the
know the answer
kids.
to. Yeah.
And then we do it to the kids when they do. Oh, you
Mhm,
being grown. Oh, you do. But they
mhm.
ask a logical reason
A
and a
logical,
reasonable
reasonable question.
question,
Mhm.
and you could have demoted them. You could have sunned them, but I think children it's more so about teaching. Like me and Love kind of talked about it earlier. It's more about giving them the
Mhm.
tools to
That's
face
right.
the world for the job. You know, the tools for the
Mhm,
job. And they're gonna have to
mhm.
face the world one day. So don't beat them down.
Yeah.
Don't have them with a spirit low and all of that. Prepare them to be successful, to be somebody,
Mhm,
to expect to be somebody in the world.
mhm.
What they think matter, what they say matter. People need to respect what they say, what they
That's
think.
right.
There's nothing wrong with that. We need a world
That's
of
right.
advanced leaders. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe the ETs might rock with you. You know what I'm saying? If they see you striving. Yeah, that nigga right there, he's striving. You know what I'm saying? He
They're gonna be
tried.
like, "Oh, look, humans! They're trying to evolve.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
might be on to something finally."
You know what I'm saying? So hopefully we on the right track, love. You feel me?
Yeah,
But yeah,
and
October.
people think, well, why would they hide themselves?
They might don't want to be
And
seen.
y'all really want to ask that question? Why would they hide themselves?
Yeah.
Look how y'all act right now with each other. Y'all don't know how to act right now.
I don't
And if
blame them.
and if they just say, "Hey, what's up, y'all? We here,"
Yeah.
then what? Y'all gonna show out. You gonna freak out,
Yeah, exactly. It cause chaos, like people
cause
being
chaos.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. I think they talking about it on TV because they know soon
That it's
that
coming to
it's
that
going to be
point.
undeniable.
It's
Yeah,
coming to that
undeniable.
point.
They're going to reveal themselves soon, really soon.
Mhm.
And look, y'all, I believe that everything is based on them solar cycles. And the solar cycle is like a clock because it's a conjunction
Mhm.
between celestial bodies.
Mhm.
And at a certain time of motion, of movement, you know what I'm saying? They come
Mhm.
into conjunction with each other. You feel me? And
Mhm.
so time, even the moon, we talked about the lunar cycle being based on how long a month's time is. Like a
Mhm.
month's time is based on the lunar cycle. And so
Mhm.
these conjunctions is dealing with time, family. So when I see those solar eclipse, I'm like, that means something. Like,
Yeah, it means something. And it's crazy that they try to pass it off and make you think that it's just an event that just happens. But why? What is the purpose of it other than us covering our eyes so we don't see it, so we don't see it?
try to run away from it and shit.
Yeah, like how is that beneficial?
Nah, look, we gotta tap in. We
And
can't
then
run
when
away
you
from
think about it, most of the time that always meant something catastrophic a long time ago in ancient times when you seen eclipses and things like that. So that would be more to me an alarm system to say, hey, everybody, an awakening or a reset is about to occur.
it. Yeah, exactly. Facts.
Hmm.
That's right.
But they
But yeah,
tell you to overlook it. They tell me to overlook it. So I don't understand that that's what that actually means.
facts.
Hmm.
I know.
Don't you look at that. Don't you look at that eclipse. You get you some sunglasses and you cover your eyes so you can't see the beauty that's coming through.
Yeah. Nah, they a scientist really did like lose his eyesight. It was uh, what's his name, bro? It started with a G. He a Greek too. It's a Greek astronomer, Galileo. Galileo burned his eyeball sockets trying to watch a solar eclipse, and he was not a melanated person.
I was just about to say,
He was not a melanated person's family. So
what?
you can follow
What?
that if you want to.
What?
Now,
What? What?
hey, I watched it naturally. I didn't use any glasses, none of that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
I was on the same ship you were sailing on. I was a passenger as well on the boat.
Nah, that's downloads too, though, love.
The
That's
only
getting
thing that
downloads.
I had to do afterwards was go to sleep because I don't know how many downloads. I'm telling you, this what happened. I got so many downloads.
Man.
And it was overwhelming, but in a good way, because after I did it, I was like, wow. I actually watched it and I didn't wear no glasses. And it was an actual feeling.
Did you record it? Did you get to record?
It happened so fast.
You was trying to see it.
I was just trying to see and see
me
if
too.
I could do it.
Yeah, fast. Me too.
I just want to see if I could do it. So I wasn't thinking record this so you could. My mind was just seeing if I could. I want to see if I could really. If this is this really the truth,
Yeah.
or is this a lie?
Fact.
So I was just trying to prove one way or the other.
Did y'all get the full totality out there? Y'all got a full. Y'all did? Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that felt weird. Like
that's what I was gonna say when I was looking at it. It was really weird. It was a really weird feeling, but it wasn't a scary feeling. It wasn't a bad feeling. I didn't feel like I was being harmed or altered or
nah, I didn't feel like
in
that.
any kind of way. It was more so like a magnificent, splendid, historical, ancient,
all that magic, love,
magical moment.
Yeah.
And I actually was like, okay, I see something, and it's not a moon.
Yeah, that's what they were saying that it was, but I really don't believe that it is, love.
What I saw was black. Unless it was the other side of the moon, I did not see a moon.
The moon should be reflecting the light anyway, though.
Yeah.
It should be.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be completely
obscuring. Why would it be black, though? If they show us and they teach us that the moon is white, even silver, why would it be? Why would it be black? If it's covering it up, why would it be black? It would take it over.
Is dark. The brown dwarf is dark.
It don't matter. It would take it over. It would take it over if it's covering it up. Yeah, it would take it over if it was covering up. So we know that that's not what that is that's doing that. See, and that's why
people... And the double rainbow, look, I'm about to say the light source. I'm about to say, if you take away the sun from the scenario, from the formula, there is no rainbow. It don't matter what chemistry they talking about in the air. It's none of that. There's chemistry in the air. There's precipitation and all of that. But there's electromagnetic radiation. And then it's a thermochemistry. Just to keep it simple as possible, there's a thermochemistry going on. Reflection, refraction of light. But there's a light in the formula, in the equation. So there's no rainbow without the light. My point is this. If you see two rainbows, that is equivalent to two light sources. One light source.
So where would the other light source be coming from then if it's only one?
I believe that it's NIBIRU. When they say NIBIRU is a planet, NIBIRU is really a brown dwarf, and a brown dwarf is a star. So a brown dwarf emits its own light. it emits its own light. So when you see the double rainbow, it's like a big band, and then
So
you
you
see a
saying that it's both doing it at the same time, basically, but they're
yeah,
two separate entities, not the
the
same
object,
entity.
yeah, the object is closer than what we think.
Uh-huh.
And
Well, I
when you
can
see,
start. I can agree with that. I can agree with that because you got to think about it. How hot the sun is. Like when they tell us that the sun is so many miles away, and when you think about it, if it's getting hotter and hotter and hotter, then that means it's getting closer and closer and closer. How's it gonna be that hot and it's far away? It's got to be getting closer. That's how we can feel the heat.
Mhm.
You see, and just sitting outside, I can tell you, who I'm getting, baby. Yes, it's the melanin is coming through.
Your
So
vitamin D
just
going.
sitting out in the sun, it's like extremely hot. Like
Mhm.
someone is shining a magnifying glass in the sun on you hot. So that means that it has to be getting closer, not far away.
Yeah, facts.
You see?
Yeah, yeah,
So
because
that
it has
means that
it
it's
has.
closer. That means for it to be that hot, as hot as it is now,
Mhm.
compared to the way it would have been when we were kids or whatever,
Yeah,
it's gotten much, much, much closer than it used to be.
yeah. Things are gradually, like intensifying.
Mm-hmm.
But like we were saying earlier, with the with the celestial object lining up with the sun in
Mm-hmm.
October 2025,
You said
that's
20
going to be the
31st, right?
yeah, yeah. That's going to be the closest point that the object is going to be to our planet.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's
Yes, that's
that's
gonna be deep.
yeah, whatever effect that it's going to make.
Mm.
I mean, I guess that's when you'll see
So,
the
so it
height
make
of
you
the effect.
wonder. So it make you wonder, like with all these wildfires and
Yeah, that's right. The
stuff
activity in
like
nature.
that. It make you wonder about that. Like
We have an earthquake. We just had an
if you
8.8
if
in
you
Russia.
if you imagine the sun getting all the way close to the earth to the point to where it's like, I mean, it's like soon as it rise, it's burning stuff. It's burning everything that's unnatural to the
Yeah, the
planet up.
chemistry. Yeah, the
Yes.
chemistry.
So let me listen. It make you think about the old vampire stories and stuff that we used to watch on TV. How the vampires, once the sun would come up, they would just boom and explode. It's gonna be that kind of effect
Hmm.
where people will be like pretty much combust.
Yeah, nah, love. It's most
That's
definitely
that's
going
deep.
down.
That's
It's gonna
real
be a
deep.
cleansing. Facts.
Listen, because think about it, the Bible said people are gonna be standing next to you, and the person next to you gonna disappear, and you gonna be like, "Where this person go?"
That's just true though. I thought about that too though. Like
So
maybe
if
that's
they
what
were,
it's saying.
if they were not natural to the planet, and that sun is coming down and it's closer, and it pretty much, like I said, simultaneously combust that person because they done got too hot. Bam, they're gone right before your eyes.
Yeah, but that's gonna be freaky as hell. Like
Yeah,
people
that's gonna
start
be.
seeing
Oh my
shit.
gosh! Could you imagine it? You at the grocery store, you grocery shopping, and then all of
How
a
the
sudden,
hell is the hell
poof!
going on?
Yeah. Are you walking out the grocery store into the parking lot, and all these people in the parking lot, and then all of a sudden you just looking around and you just seeing poof, 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 poof. It's deep.
Nah, love. Yeah, it's the
That's real deep.
chemistry. The chemistry is the way that nature kind of like identifies us a little bit. I kind of look
Mm-hmm.
at it like a kid with like a crayon kit, or artist with a what they call it, those
A paintbrush,
paintbrush, or the
uh-huh, the canvas.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's
Mhm.
like the chemistry represents like God's paintbrush, like his
Mhm.
his his paint. You know what I'm saying? And when
His
you have
tools,
an
basically, the
tool, that's
tools that
right.
it's using. Yeah.
When you have an inorganic chemistry, it's like it's not signed by the author. It's not signed by the artist. It's not signed by the creator. It's gonna be
Creator.
identified as form.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be identified. Even if you look at the periodic table of elements and you look at the bottom row are synthetics. So you
Yeah.
have natural element and then you have some man-made ones. So I mean, even in there, it show you that man sometimes they tamper with nature and come up with their own
They
synapses,
all spin. Their
saying
own
their
little
own
spin
thing.
on it.
But I'm telling y'all that from my studies, nature is the source of life. And when you go against organic chemistry, you become foreign to the surroundings. You become foreign to the source. And so if you do see anything crazy happening, like the sister was talking about, then it may have something to do with that. And y'all need to go watch the movie The Happening. What's the
Oh
movie?
yeah.
Bird Box.
Yes. Yes.
All the, you know what I'm
Might need
saying?
to watch the tall grass as well.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
I
you
heard
can
about
see
that
how
one.
how we can get stuck in these loops and don't know that we're in a loop.
Yeah. Facts.
Because that's a trap within itself right there.
Mm-hmm.
Just with
True.
thinking. Just with your thinking, you can trap yourself in a loop that you can't get out of.
Facts. Yeah, that's why
Mhm.
you gotta go. You gotta guard your
Mhm.
your peace and
Like,
your.
listen, like a common example of that is how they told how people think, oh, I don't want to be in the sun. I'm gonna get too black.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
I don't want
Actually,
to
it's
be in the
kind of weird.
sun. I don't want to get in the sun.
Kind of
I'm gonna
weird,
get
but
too
okay.
black.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get too black. That's
Nah,
deep.
ain't no such thing as that, love.
I'm gonna get too black.
Shit, I'm getting a little darker myself though. I been in the sun too, getting a little.
I'm extra crispy on the side. You hear me? I'm extra crispy. Yes.
Damn
And
right.
enjoying it too. Believe that. And if I can, we'll be back out there in the morning before it gets too hot.
Yeah, that's right. Get
So
them
and it's
downloads in.
crazy that we need the sun, but we run from it.
Nah, you need it though. You need it to
But we
synthesize your
run from it.
DNA.
We running from it. We think we're gonna be too black.
Yeah, no, we gotta like program our
Yeah,
minds
that's negative.
under that.
Negative. Very, very negative.
There ain't no such thing as too black, man.
Hmm.
Some people wish
But
they
you
had
have
the
people,
tan.
that are really on that thinking. They really thinking that the sun is the enemy.
To some people, it is.
Yeah,
To
but I'm
some people,
talking
it
about
is.
we talking about to the people that is not the enemy too.
That is not the enemy too. That's
Yeah,
right.
it's not
Look,
the
I
enemy
feel like
too.
there's like
Yeah.
how every nation have their own
Mhm.
currency and their
Mhm.
own race represents their own. It's
Mhm.
like, and it's like that with religion too. Like you got Krishna,
Mhm.
Vishnu, and the
Mhm.
Hindu. You know what I'm saying? You
Mhm.
got Buddha and
Mhm.
Buddhism. You
Mhm.
got the European got Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And don't
Everybody
leave out
got something.
Paul.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But the black race, we don't really have a black divinity, and I feel like that's one of those brainwashing mechanisms. Like
Mhm.
everybody's supposed to have a divinity in their own image.
Yeah.
But if we did have a divinity that would be for us, it would be the sun god. I say this all the time. I'm
Well,
trying to.
most of us are okay with the oppressor's variation of it, and that's the problem.
But it's not tangible. Like
It's not, but
I'm saying, the sun god is
the way
tangible.
the way that it's set up now, most people don't really care. They care about comfort.
Yeah, it's like a little baby though. That's
They
how
don't
babies
really
feel.
care, but they care about comfort, meaning they don't care about the truth, but they care about being comfortable. So
Yeah,
they
exactly.
choose comfort over truth all day long because it's comfortable. The truth is
You ever
gonna shake
seen
you
my
up.
you ever seen
It's gonna shake you
my
up.
you ever seen my 600 pound life or something like that?
Oh
What it,
yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah,
what I think about. People who get too comfortable, that's what happened
yeah.
to you.
Hmm.
All you had to do was do some sit ups, do some push ups.
Yeah. But
That's all you had to
then
do.
then there are those that have tried sit-ups, they tried push-ups, they tried jumping jacks, hula hooping, they tried it all and nothing has worked for them. But they're not understanding that they're trying from the outside and they're not working on anything on the inside, which is the mentality.
Hmm.
Because if they had a better mentality, you know, they would be able to look at food differently and food wouldn't have control. They would have control over the food.
Yeah,
You see
exactly.
what I'm saying? So it's all about mentality. And most people don't want to change their mentality. They want to keep the same mentality because
Just comfortable.
um, it's comfortable.
Yeah.
And it
That's
gets
right.
them attention because they can play
Right.
victim.
Yeah. Yeah, look. It's a
What's
whole
that? Oh my
whole
gosh. I think
monopoly
somebody's
game, man.
Mhm.
A whole monopoly game. But yeah, I mean, ultimately, it's up to the individual, as far as like the pace of their evolution. But for me, I just got fed up with ignorance. I got fed up with my own people. I ain't even gonna stunt, even though I teach for black people. You know what I'm saying? The ignorance, is what made me say enough is enough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You
I do.
you know how the Bible talk about a fool and the wise man, and how the fool flee away from the wise man.
Hmm.
I that's how I was with like being around ignorance. The fool energy would run me away because I'm like, this
It
person
can be
ain't
very
even
draining.
trying.
It can be very
Yeah,
draining. Very,
yeah, they not
very,
even.
and not even trying.
So like I said, I stopped
Mhm.
listening to rap. I stopped listening. I stopped hanging around niggas. I stopped listening to rap. I ain't want to see no niggas. I ain't want to hear no niggas. You know what I'm saying? And I started listening to classical music, meditation, tribal, African tribal. And then I do my research. I set a whole tone.
Mhm.
I set a whole mood. So my mind is focused on what I want it to be on. And that's how I became, I'm the honest. You know what I'm saying? I developed this energy around myself. I went within, like the sister keeps saying, Sister Marlo. I went within. And the ancestors told me what to do. And that's what I'm doing right here tonight with you guys, trying to get you guys to look up, to pay attention to the universe, to know that the universe is reality, and that before any man named any guy or wrote or recorded any document, that the sun and the moon was in the sky family. All right. And so nature is God to me, because nature is the source of life. And the creator, you know what I'm saying, is associated with life. All right. And death, I believe too, because death is a part of the recycling process of life. But anyway, not to go over your heads. But I just wanted to talk about it, family, because nature inspires me to do what I'm doing. And so I hope it's making a positive difference. All right. But I ain't gonna hold y'all all night because I know it's getting kind of late. You know what I'm saying? But I enjoyed the bill. I hope y'all enjoy the bill as well. Sister Marlo, I appreciate you for coming on and blessing.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, ma'am. For blessing the panel and just helping to shine the light to the people. And so love and light to you. And
And thank
all
you,
the
thank you, thank you.
yeah, all the kings and the queens, the gods and the goddesses of the universe.
Yeah.
Much love and light.
Yeah.
Catch y'all on the next one.
All
All right,
right.
bless. All right.